The young people from Europe, active participants in the European and world movement of the clubs, centers and associations for UNESCO, sent through this message their joy and their congratulations for the organization here in Beijing of the first Asian-European Forum on School Ethics Education. Challenges in ethics education are teachers-ready responsibilities, approaches and effects. This event represents an opportunity to create a building where the young generation, the adults of tomorrow, feel as good as possible among others and be able to think at strong connections that may get us near each other and at the same time near our countries and our regions. We, the young people, we want to prepare ourselves in the future for this construction of the global ethics that is not built on self-interest but on real human values that will never die. The UNESCO movement had always trained as volunteers people who are strongly attached to the humanistic ideals and believe in the virtues of science, education, culture, and mostly in the triumph of human rights. Such cases are being acquired in early youth, and if they are powerful enough, they will last a lifetime. Among us, in the UNESCO clubs throughout the world, for instance, Europe, Romania, we can find such people who were active for decades in our movement. They are the voices of authority for the civil society, and more than that, they have become genuine role models for younger generations. The World Federation of UNESCO Clubs, Centers and Associations, the International Bureau of Education, the European Federation of UNESCO Clubs, Centers and Associations, Asian Pacific Federation of UNESCO Clubs, Centers and Associations, the Chinese National Commission for UNESCO and the Chinese National Federation of UNESCO Clubs and Associations are meeting in Beijing these days in order to support this majestic idea, which is to mobilize our forces from Europe and Asia in a common team spirit, in order to show to the whole world the loyalty and honesty which roots in our moral integrity. The Global Ethics Program Save the Planet Earth is an initiative proposed by the World Federation of UNESCO Clubs, Centers and Associations, its initiator being Professor Eiji Hattori, Honorary President of the World Federation. The World Federation of UNESCO Clubs, Centers and Associations aims through the Global Ethics Program the establishment of a contact bridge between the public opinion and public policies through activities which can influence governments and societies in eliminating the present and future risk which can provoke additional tensions in the civilizations throughout the world. This program aims to promote a new framework regarding global ethics, framework based on human rights values, cultural, scientific, social, economic, and environmental emerging problems. The European Federation proposed itself after the launching of the Global Ethics Project in Veracruz, Mexico, during the Executive Board of the World Federation, to bring an European contribution, an important additional value to this project. Our general objective is understanding and promoting the importance of the intercultural dialogue in what concerns the scientific and cultural heritage. The European contribution subscribes to the larger purpose of bringing all together culture through stimulating the active participation, especially of the young people, to experience exchanging as to putting in common the European heritage values. Romania opened a series of events belonging to the World Project's Global Ethics through the pilot event called Magellan Moment, which took place during 17 and 19 September 2012, where the Nobel Prize winner for medicine, Professor Luc Montagnier, was invited. A national event where honorable guests participated, Mrs. Ana Dumitrescu from UNESCO and Mr. George Christofides, President of the World Federation of UNESCO Clubs, Centers and Associations. The Third European Federation General Assembly opened in Bucharest in December 2012. One of the themes of this Congress was related to the global ethics. At this session, the representatives of the Italian Federation and the Honorary President of the European Federation, Mrs. Maria Luisa Stringa, invited the participants to join the international conference, The Universal Language of Music and Art for Global Ethics, which took place this year in March at Lucca and Florence in Italy. As proof of professional ethics and acknowledgement for those persons who have connected their lives with the UNESCO ideals, the Romanian Federation for UNESCO Clubs, Centers and Associations and Alumnus Club for UNESCO decided to honor them with the distinction A Life Dedicated to UNESCO in the opening of the Third European Federation General Assembly that took place at the Romanian Palace of Parliament in Bucharest. For our senior colleagues that are either from Japan, where the first UNESCO club has been established more than 60 years ago, either from France, the first country in the world that promoted human rights, either from Italy, where the arts and the culture developed, either from the pacifist Switzerland, either from Malta, the country where over 10 civilizations merged together as a whole, or either from Romania, our country, being always forthrighted to the noble ideas, we have decided to grant them this award of our truthful appreciation. We thank once more Sorin Dumitrescu, Romania, Maria Luisa Stringa, Italy, Eiji Hattori, Japan, Andres Wecker, France, Jean-Baptiste Devec, Switzerland, Albert Rutter, Malta, and Paula Jacob, Romania. Friends of Peace from Asia, thanks to our intelligence and to the technologic discoveries, having today in the third millennium the capacity to interact in a global way, we have hope that the UNESCO civil society will become in the future the institution that will free a moral passport with a destination, the universal ethics.
Bună seara, good evening, bonsoir, bună seara, buenas tardes, comment have I forgotten something? Calispera.
Oh
my name.